felt inspired to record another quick video because I'm feeling passionate tonight and have a little extra energy. And I wanted to post a video entitled "What to Do," itchy face, "What to do if you or your loved one got the you know what," and then in brackets I put "Fear is the only poison." So some people have come to me and they've said, I got the you know what, and so did my family and so did my friends, and now I'm waking up and I don't know what to think, and my wife took it, or my uncle took it, or my mother took it, or whatever. What do I do? What do they do? Should I be afraid? Should I be concerned? And from a human 3D matrix, 3D reality perspective, well, the truth is, I don't know. I don't know if you should be afraid. I don't know if you should be afraid of putting this thing in your body. But that's not the world that I live from. That's not the consciousness that I choose to live from. I choose to live from a consciousness that tells me that the only thing I need to fear is fear itself. That fear is the only poison. That this reality is not the true reality. This reality is an illusion, Maya, or the Matrix, or hologram, or House of Mirrors, or lots of things that magicians and mystics and philosophers have called it throughout the years. But really, I believe that this world is just an illusion. I don't believe it's the real world. Whether or not there's a higher dimension of reality that I actually truly live from, or whether or not there's another place I'll get to after I die, or maybe in this life, or whatever, I'm not sure. I have my own theories. I'm not going to share them in this video. But I don't believe that this is the real reality. I don't believe that what I'm seeing around me is real. For some people, this might sound way out there. I get it. 10 years ago, it was just an idea in my mind that I used to read about. And then I went through some very powerful experiences that gave me a real experience of what this means, what it means for reality to really be just an illusion, for everything to be a reflection of me. So people ask me, what do I do if I got the thing? And what I say is, what do we do if we put anything in our body we don't want to put in our body? Well, we cleanse, we diet, we detox, we change our habits, we change our lifestyle, we seek professionals, we seek experts. But in all honesty, Wim Hof is a powerful, powerful healer. He's been able to expel poison and Lyme disease and all sorts of external threats from his body using just his breath. Just his breath and his mind. If you read his book, I forget what it's called, I think it's The Wim Hof Story or The Iceman or whatever. If you read his book, Wim Hof, he'll talk about how the most powerful tool that we have in fighting any danger, in fighting death, in fighting illness, in fighting sickness and disease is our mind. It's this thing right between our ears. So if some expert tells you that you're at risk and you have to be afraid and you have to be concerned and all of this kind of stuff, if somebody tells you that, I encourage you to just take it with a grain of salt, because nobody knows anything. If I've learned anything in my path, it's that I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Quantum science tells us that reality is not even real. The room you see behind me, not even real. Just a projection of my consciousness. It's just energy that collapses into a superposition. It collapses into a particle when I look at it, but when I'm not looking at it, that room turns into a wave of energy. It doesn't even exist until there's an observer. And when there's an observer, it stops and it becomes something. Quantum science tells us that the observer, or in other words, your consciousness, affects reality. Your expectation affects your reality. Your expectation influences the reality that you experience. Now, don't get me wrong, there are lots of experts out there who have been studying from the matrix world in the three-dimensional reality. They've been studying what this virus or its cure can do to your body. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong. And I have people that I care about who truly believe this. What I'm saying is that they're slightly misinformed about how reality works. They're slightly misinformed. Now, for some people, the cure is medicine. The cure is And I'm not talking about the cure for the virus, I'm talking about the cure for the cure. For some people, the cure is a really intense protocol, a really strict detox, a really strict cleanse. It's combo, it's ayahuasca, it's all these different things. But all they're really doing is cleansing their consciousness. It's all a placebo. It's all a placebo because nothing is even real. Nothing is even real, my friends. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. The virus isn't real, the cure isn't real, and the cure for the cure isn't real. None of it's real. It's all an illusion. And your mind is creating all of it. Your mind is creating all of it. Your mind is manufacturing all of it. Cure your mind and you cure it all. If you cure your mind, you cure the whole world. If you cure your mind, you cure the whole world. So if you have a loved one who's taken the you-know-what, my best, not my best advice, my choice is to love them, to encourage them, and to tell them they have nothing to worry about. Because if they worry, that's more damaging than the so-called poison that's apparently in their body. Because let's be honest, you don't know anything, I don't know anything. Even if I'm a highly educated, highly skilled physician, surgeon, scientist, whatever, all I know is what I see, what I feel, what I taste, what I touch. I said that twice. All I know is what I experience. That's it. And that's not even real. It's just an illusion. It's just a projection of my consciousness. In my last video, I said there are 3 levels of consciousness existing in the planet right now. The most dense level is that the virus is something to be afraid of. The second most dense level is that the cure is something to be afraid of. But then the level at the top accepts that there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. So if you're living in fear, if you're worried, I have compassion for you. I have love for you. I know it's tough. I'm hearing that it's hard. I know it's been challenging. The only risk to your health and the health of your loved ones is fear. The only risk to the people that you care about is your fear. Do not, if you want to love and to contribute to your family's health, do not entertain fear. If there is a devil, it is fear. If there is evil in the world, it is fear. What I believe is happening in the world is we are seeing Judgment Day right in front of our eyes. If you have cleansed your soul, then you do not have any fear whatsoever about what's happening in the world. If you have cleansed your soul to a great degree, then you may sometimes experience fear, but for the most part, you're living in a realm of faith. If you've got a lot of dense garbage inside of you, then you're going to be looking around and seeing only fear. You're going to be looking around and seeing only evil. You're going to be looking around and seeing only reasons to be afraid. Mark my words, brothers and sisters. I believe it wholeheartedly that what I am seeing in this reality is Judgment Day. And it's not one day, it's a process that we're all going through. And the only way that we rise above this experience is through love and faith and commitment to our own transformation. Commitment to a higher power. Commitment to a higher level of consciousness. Einstein said, you can't solve a problem from the same level of consciousness you created it at. Well, if you create your reality, which I believe that you do, then you cannot cure your reality from the same level of consciousness that you created it from. In other words, if the sickness is duality, then we cannot cure duality from a consciousness of duality. We can only cure it from a consciousness of unity. We can only cure it from a consciousness of love, of forgiveness, of oneness, of family, and of tribe. If you or your loved ones got the you-know-what, rest assured, if there's a sickness involved with it, a cure will surface just in time. Your fear is your greatest enemy. Heal your soul, and you will heal your fear. Heal your fear, and you will heal the world. It is the way, it always has been, it always will be. As within, so without. As above, so below. We are all one. It is all one, and we are it, whatever it might be. I know it might sound cryptic, but if you get it, if you get what I'm saying, then you can hear the message, and you can hear the truth, and you've already known it in your heart. I'm just a reflection of your consciousness, reminding you of what you already know to be true. I am not here. I am just you, because we are one. This is your experience. This is your reality. This is your video game. This is your life. Welcome home. All that's left to do is celebrate. If your loved ones or you got the you-know-what, pretend it never happened, let it go, love yourself anyway, love them anyway, and love everyone else anyway too, and see how quickly that love begins to reflect back to you. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have a loved one who's concerned, please share this video with them. Please show them this video, and please love them, because that's how we get out of this mess. Thanks, everyone.